Alright, here at brewery here, and we're going to try some red lagers. We're going to make some. So before I make a batch of brew, I always like to try all of the different basically styles and brands and everything that I can before I try to make it. That way I can just get my palate down to what taste I want. I'm going to be drinking it and giving it away. So I want to make what I want. So the first red lager we're going to be doing is Leinenkugel's red lager, and you can see the red tinge. And just to kind of cross compare it, I got their regular lager here, so you can see. I guess you really can't. A little bit, but basically through the bottle you can see it has a red tinge. I don't know if that's the bottle or if it is the beer. We'll see. But so it has a like a dark, almost like an American Oktoberfest color to it already. A lot of head on it, a lot of carbonation. So I'll read this to you. The pride of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. 1867, Leinenkugel's. Established in 1867, Leinenkugel Brewing Company. Highest quality, and it has their Indian head logo, which is on this is the 150-year caps. Leinenkugel's red lager, Vienna style lager, carefully brewed by Leinenkugel family for 6 generations. That's pretty fantastic, actually. What's a lager with 3 varieties of special barley malts, hand-selected cluster and Mount Hood hops. Brewed with pride by Leinenkugel family. Leine.com. Because nobody can spell Leinenkugel. Alright. So it smells like oats. You get like a OT smell to it, almost kind of like hay, if you live near a farm or have ever smelled hay or county fair. It's not a bad smell. But it's definitely good. So it tastes like basically a lager that has been amped up a notch. Not as hoppy, not in that category. Just like it's probably the barley and wheat would be the categories that it kind of bumped up. It tastes crisp, very crisp. I put them in my fridge for 2 days before I even touch anything that I drink. That's just a personal preference. So there's no rhyme or reason for that. But it is very crisp. It tastes refreshing, but it has that extra, like a flavor note to it, basically. So just imagine you had a lager, and then you wanted an oatmeal taste after the lager. That's kind of what you got here. Like a sweet oatmeal. So it's not, I could drink some of these, I'll tell you. But the one thing about Leinenkugel's is they have twist tops, which you've seen me. And you can't reuse the bottles for when I brew, which I do reuse the pop top bottles, and you can't reuse these. So that's my only complaint. For red lagers in that category, because I like to put everything in their specific category because that's where I'll be brewing it. For the category of a red lager, I would give this an 80 out of 100. 100 being the best red lager I've ever had, and 0 being the worst. So with that being said, you need to try it. Leinenkugel makes great beer. They're right up there with Yuengling. If you've never had Yuengling, go try all their stuff. It'd be like for the craft beer, like the large mass, Samuel Adams, Yuengling, and then Leinenkugel. So they're right up there with the different flavors and the different stuff that they do and how they put it out there. It's great. So your mission is to go try a beer you never had before. If you go to a specialty craft beer market or whatever and you see something you never had, pick it up, try it, let friends know about it, because that's how that stuff spreads. You know, I'm not above, you know, drinking a 6-pack of Bud, but I do also like to just expand my palate a little bit, and I brew beer, so, you know, there you go. But cheers.